Hey there guys, how's it going? Today's video has a quick sponsor message that will benefit my American viewers. If you're looking to save a bit of money off your phone bill and $50 off a new phone, then Boost Mobile have a deal that you might be interested in. Boost are offering unlimited talk, text and data, and you don't even have to sign a contract. So to check out what they've got to offer, just click the link in the description of the video, which is just down below there. Also, if you join by the 31st of March, you'll get $50 off of that new phone, and you can click this annotation that's also on the screen now, just at the bottom here. That will open up in a new window so you can browse that and also enjoy this video. So check them out, got some great offers over there, and enjoy the video guys. Hey there guys, and welcome to my top 5 all-time Call of Duty assault rifles. Now there are a ton of excellent assault rifles throughout all of the Call of Duties. I had to make a list, and I originally made a list of 16 that I had to whittle down to 5. So there's some that are in here that are extremely powerful and that I wish were in this top 5, but they just couldn't make it. I couldn't include them all, and I wanted to make it a top 5 video. So these are kind of personal preference, but also I think these are brilliant assault rifles in the game. But let's start off with a couple of honourable mentions of guns that didn't quite make it into the top 5. So an honourable mention for the M16, and probably the COD4 version is my favourite version of this weapon. The Modern Warfare 3 M16 is also extremely good, and I believe they got a little bit of a buff after it got a nerf. A bit strange that one, they kind of played around with how strong it was, but that was strong either way in that game. But the COD4 M16 was one of the first burst fire weapons I really fell in love with. Extremely low recoil and extremely high damage if you were accurate with it, so definitely worth an honourable mention. The next honourable mention is for the SCAR and all the different varieties of SCAR that have been in the Call of Duty series. My favourite is probably actually the Black Ops 2 version. It just seemed to really work well for me, and I managed to get a lot of good scores with that thing. Although the Modern Warfare 2 version as well was an incredible weapon, just so much fun to use. It's normally a kind of slow fire rate, high damage weapon, which is the kind of weapon that I like. And again, I felt bad not putting it in the countdown, but I had to make a top 5, and there's so many good assault rifles. So an honourable mention here for the SCAR. At number 5, I've gone with the ACR. I suppose more specifically, if I had to choose one ACR from Call of Duty history, it would be the Modern Warfare 3 one. That is slightly more powerful. It's a lot more dangerous than the Modern Warfare 2 ACR, although that is a good gun as well. So Modern Warfare 3 ACR was known as an absolute laser beam of a weapon, high fire rate, very low recoil, which made it deadly over any range. And also you normally put a suppressor on there to make it a little bit easier to see people, put the kick proficiency on there, and some would argue it's almost a little bit overpowered, the fact that it has such little recoil and the high fire rate. The Modern Warfare 2 ACR was extremely strong, maybe not as quite as strong as the Modern Warfare 3 version, but that gun was a slower fire rate. It had an amazing iron sight, but it also had a really awesome noise to it, so I thought that's worth a mention because it just sounded like an awesome kind of chainsaw chugging away thing that just made it all that much more fun to use. So number 5 is the ACR. At number 4, I've decided to go with the M4 and the M4A1, all the variants that it has in any Call of Duty, because I found it really difficult to decide on one which was the best, which M4 was the best out of the ones that have been in the Call of Duty games. Let me know in the comment section which one you thought was best. The M4 from Call of Duty 4 was an extremely good weapon, sounded awesome and was a great all-rounder. The Modern Warfare 2 version, a very high fire rate, and I found it if you were kind of go for that submachine gun kind of rushing style, but you still wanted the assault rifle, it was an excellent choice. And in Modern Warfare 3, I don't know what it was about it, but I just got Moabs for days when I was using that thing. I used to call it the Moab machine, and I'd always turn to the M4 if I wanted to get some really long streaks, even though technically it wasn't really one of the top tier assault rifles in that game. So all of the M4s have been brilliant, so I wanted to put it in this countdown. So number 4 is the M4. At number 3, I've gone for the FAL, and specifically the Black Ops 2 FAL. The other FALs and the other Call of Duties I didn't find anywhere near as incredible as this weapon. I mean, it had to be banned from competitive. You could put select fire on it to make it automatic, and to be honest, I don't even really need to go too much into detail as to why this is so amazing. I'm just going to let this little bit of gameplay speak for itself, where I just jumped on and tried to get a few clips, and this happened.
UAV inbound. UAV on standby. strike awaiting coordinates.
He's gone.
You're just a droplet of paint.
At number 2, I've gone with the FAMAS, and I was really tempted to go with just the Black Ops 1 FAMAS because that is an extremely strong weapon. It was the bane of a lot of people's time when playing Call of Duty Black Ops 1 online. It had an extremely fast fire rate, practically zero recoil when compared to the other assault rifles. It had very good hip fire accuracy, it had a really good iron sight and a red dot sight, and just that really fast fire rate and ability over range just made it incredible in that game, and it was extremely great to use and extremely annoying to play against. However, I think the FAMAS for Modern Warfare 2 is also worth a mention because we might forget, but that was an amazing burst weapon, and going back online and playing with it again made me realise that it's definitely worth putting it in as a mention when talking about the FAMAS. Not just the Black Ops 1 was an absolute beast, the FAMAS from Modern Warfare 2 was also incredible if you like using burst weapons. At number 1, I think it has to be the AK-47, and if I'm going to choose just one AK-47 from Call of Duty history, it's going to be the AK-47 from COD4. That thing does have the nostalgia value as well. It sounded incredible, definitely the best sounding gun I think possibly ever in Call of Duty, and it had that real simple vertical recoil to it. The same with Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3 versions, they both had that vertical recoil which made it a little bit tricky to handle, but it's always extremely powerful, so it was worth it if you were the player that could manage that or get around that. Also, obviously, shout out to the other AK variants. There's been AN-94 in Black Ops 2, AK-12 in COD Ghosts, all amazing variations of the AK and probably some of the most powerful guns in their game, but the COD4 one wins it, and I think you guys have to agree it's always been a beast whenever the AK-47 has been in Call of Duty. So that's it for my top 5 all-time Call of Duty assault rifles. Of course, I want to hear your top 5. I presume there's going to be tons of them that will be different from mine, but maybe you agreed with mine. Who knows? As well as obviously a lot of guns I couldn't even include in this countdown. There's so many great assault rifles that I couldn't include it even when doing the honourable mentions as well. So don't forget to like this video as well if you liked it. If you're interested in buying some of the older Call of Duties on PC, you can do that on my G2A link, which is going to be down in the description. Check them out and have fun playing with all these old weapons again. And that's it for now, guys. I'll see you next time.